This is the Spartan Body and Mind podcast. I'm your host, Seth Winterhalter. Spartan Body and Mind. We are here to help you transform into the best version of you, to go from a unfit, burnt out, overwhelmed, misguided, misaligned guy and transform you into the man you are meant to be, a Spartan man, a man who is in control of his body and his mind, who is thriving, who is vibrant, who is a leader, who's taking leadership of themselves and able to lead others around them. That's what we want to help you become. If you're interested in that, you can join the free Spartan Body and Mind Facebook group, a community of people trying to be encouraged and inspired. If you want to take action, you say, you know what? I've tried on my own to get into shape physically. I've tried on my own to break through some of the mental barriers, some of the limiting beliefs that I have, and I can't do it by my own. And the reality is, we can't really do anything of significance on our own. We need each other. We need guidance. We need accountability. And if you're ready then to make a decision to put those things in your life, I want to encourage you, go to thespartanprogram.com, thespartanprogram.com, and see if our program will be the fit for you. We give you a customized plan. We give you a timeline, a deadline, because without a deadline, things just are nebulous and things never get accomplished. We give you a plan, we give you a deadline, and we give you a community of people to hold you accountable, to encourage and inspire you, to row together towards similar goals with. So if you're looking for that, go to thespartanprogram.com, and we'd love to chat with you about that, see if it's a fit for you. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about tendonitis. This is one of the things that when you get back into the gym, you start lifting again, specifically, you're lifting weights, you're getting after it. One of the things, especially as you age, you're just going to get tendonitis. You're going to get elbow pain, wrist pain, shoulder pain, knee pain. You may be experiencing that right now, and you're like, what in the world do I do? In fact, one of the things I see on a variety of forums, a variety of groups, probably the thing I get talked to and asked about the most by people who are age 40 and over as they are trying to get fit and become physically healthy is this: what do I do when I get tendonitis? And I'm going to speak from experience because over the last 4 years, I've had tendonitis. I've had it in both elbows. I've had it in my shoulder. I just started getting it in the last probably 6 months in my right knee. And so what do you do? Well, first, what is tendonitis? Tendonitis is just small little tears on your tendon. And what happens is those small tears get inflamed. They get inflamed because you begin to, you're still using that muscle. You're still using those tendons where those tears are. And so they hurt. They're screaming at you, stop doing it. And because we are trying to get after it, we shut those little voices up. We tell them to be quiet and we push on. So what can we do? Is that what we do? We just push on until our arm falls off, our knees fall off. Well, here are 5 things to consider. Number 1 is to rest. But I want to caveat this because I can get really frustrating. It is for me because everyone tells me, dude, you just need to rest. I don't want to rest. I do not want to miss the gym. I want to be in the gym. So the first thing to do is to rest from specific exercises. Be mindful of the exercises that you're doing that seem to trigger it. So for me, I have had elbow arthritis or tendonitis, both of my arms. Started in my left arm really bad, almost debilitating. Finally, I rested that, did some tricks to that, which I'll talk about, and then I was fine for, a while. And all of a sudden, probably 9 months ago, my right arm started doing it. And this one didn't go away. And I'm trying the tricks. I'm doing the things. And this is what I realized. I realized the thing that most aggravated it was bent over rows. Bent over rows just seemed to back rows with a barbell. That just seemed to just put an insane amount of torque, I guess, on the tendons in my elbow or that area. And so I took it out. I stopped doing it. And it's one of my favorite back exercises. So it's really frustrating, really hard for me. But I had to take it out. And so I would encourage you, look at what, and for right now, I have my left shoulder, something is really messed up. And it's weird because usually when I have a shoulder messed up, it just always hurts. My shoulder's like fine right now. But when I start to do overhead things, like that's fine. That doesn't hurt right now. But when I start to put some weight in that, something's going on. So guess what? I'm just not doing much when it comes to like no dumbbell work. Because it's not safe for me, right? It's too much. I'll take a machine maybe and do some lighter weight with some overhead press, but yeah, I'm just taking it really easy because I'm trying not to aggravate it. So just be mindful. What are you doing? Like for me and my knee hurts on leg press. So I took a couple weeks where I didn't even touch the leg press machine. I came back at it and doing some single legs, trying to keep the weight light. Now, for me, I just struggle with doing lightweight. It's just in my head to don't do lightweight, don't pansy up. And so I'm always struggling, right? And so I want to encourage you, you got to be mindful. You got to take the rest where you need it, because if you don't rest from those specific exercises and give it some space to heal, you're going to have to rest completely from the gym. And that might be what you need too. You might need altogether just a week or two of rest and just to let the body recover, right? Nothing wrong with going to the gym still, keeping your habit and doing mobility work, doing some stretching. I mean, that's another thing too. A way to help with that is to stretch. I know if I was being more diligent with my pre-workout and post-workout stretching and mobility work, I probably would be okay. I probably could take care of, especially the shoulder pain. So I got to do that. I got to incorporate it. It's hard for me because I don't want to be at the gym for 3 hours a day. And it wouldn't be that long, but that's what's in my head, right? In my head, it's like, oh, this is so much longer, so much time. So add some stretching, especially as we get older, add some mobility work to keep things loose. So then when you're working out with good weight, you're okay. Rest, number one, from specific exercises or possibly all together. Number two, ice. Use some ice after workout. This is my friend who owns the gym I work at. He's always telling me, gotta ice it. And I really do a bad job of doing that. That will be a good thing to add. What I do is I have a racquetball. And I want to encourage you to have a racquetball. A racquetball is nice because it's firmer than like a tennis ball, right? A pretty hard ball. It still has some give to it, but it's pretty firm. Take that racquetball and just rub that around on your elbows, on your forearms, up the bicep. It's also, man, the racquetball is a great tool to lean up against a wall and put it behind you and rub up against it. I did that the other day. Man, I realized I got some huge knots in my back. A racquetball is such a great tool. Or get a massage gun. You know, Costco has the Sharp, I think is the company, massage gun. I've had one since I think I saw it for the very first time a couple years ago at Costco, and I nabbed it. It was like $100. I see it on sale all the time now for like $55-$60. So, man, what a great tool, massage gun, and use that for recovery. Massage gun's a great tool. Here's one that I used when I first had this in my left arm that seemed to do some really good work. Get a sleeve, get an elbow sleeve, and not a real tight compressed one, right? A looser one, like one that you could find like at the pharmacy at Target or Rite Aid. Just a loose elbow sleeve, and put some Tiger Balm. You can go into Amazon and find Tiger Balm. There's something called Dragon Balm. And here, again, you got to be careful because of THC and all that, the weirdness that goes into it. Sometimes they have THC, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what the deal is. But I have a friend who gets me a Dragon Balm, which is just a higher powered Tiger Balm. And what it is, it's Tiger Balm is, and Dragon Balm, it's like what do you call that? Icy hot. It's like that, but it's 10 times stronger. So what it's doing, instead of just warming up the skin around it, it's getting in there and drawing blood to that tendon. Why is that important? Because blood towards the tendon is going to heal it. And so it's going to put focus there and hopefully heal that a little faster. So what I would do is I would put that Tiger Balm on and that sleeve over the top of it, and I would work out with that on. And then I would put it on after I worked out. The thing is, you smell like right? Whatever that smell is, I can't think of the weird Vaseline smell. But whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do to make sure you're in good shape. So get an elbow sleeve, non-compressed, looser, and use some Tiger or Dragon Balm on it. That you could do the same thing if you have knee pain. Put that and put your knee sleeve over it. So rest from specific exercises. Rest altogether. Maybe you're just gonna do some lower body if your elbow's shot, right? Maybe if your knee's shot, you're just gonna do some upper body for a couple weeks. Take some rest. Get a racquetball, get a massage gun, and do some recovery work on there. Get a sleeve and put some Tiger Balm or some Dragon Balm on, and do your mobility work. Do some stretching, do some mobility work. Make sure that we are taking the time to keep this vessel, right? That's where, is it vanity or is it virtue, right? I'm not trying to look good for vanity's sake. I'm trying to be healthy so that I can function in every area and aspect of life. If my elbows and my knees, if my body's falling apart, then I'm not using the gym is really the best tool for me. I've got to make sure that I can function in my life, right? The gym is a tool to help me function at peak performance in my life. And if my body is getting shot, I've got to change the way I work out. And that may be the thing too, as you get older, you might have to change the way. You know, if you're one of those guys that goes into the gym, and you just get after it and lift insane weight, you know, you might have to dial it back. You know, this is why I like following Jay Cutler, who's been a 4-time Mr. Olympian and now says, you know, that's why he goes, I never go to failure because I'm older now and it's just not worth it. It's not worth the risk to reward isn't worth it. I'm going to go close to failure, but I just don't need to go to failure because I don't need to push my body that hard. Now, he also understands what failure is, so he knows how to get as close as possible to still stimulate muscle growth, to still sustain as much muscle as possible. You've got to do that in your mind. You got to know your body and know it well. But you might have to change. This is why it's good sometimes to mix up the way we work out. This is where, again, if you're a CrossFit person, CrossFit is a very explosive way to lift, and as you get older, might not be the best choice. I have a couple CrossFit friends that seems like they're always nursing like major injuries, and so again, does that mean everyone that does CrossFit is going to be that way? No. But you have to look at your reality and say, what I'm doing now, whatever that is this the best way to go forward? And maybe you just switch it up for a couple months, right? To do more recovery program. Dial it back a little bit or switch it up to do something that might take some strain off the way you have been doing it. All kinds of things there to chew on and think about. Love to hear what you're thinking about. Love to hear kind of what you're fighting. Do you have tendonitis and something? Share your thoughts. Maybe you have some thoughts. Maybe you have some recovery tips that we could all glean from. Share those in the comments, either on if you're watching this on YouTube, if you saw a post on one of the social medias, leave a comment and let us know. Join the community. Go to the Facebook group, Spartan Body and Mind, and join there and share your thoughts there. That would be a great help to inspire that community. And of course, if you're looking for a program to radically transform your life, to turn you from a burnt out, kind of overweight, out of shape, physically and mentally guy into a man who leads himself and who leads every area and aspect of his life, if that's you want that transformation, hit us up. Go to thespartanprogram.com. Fill out the form and let us contact you and chat and see if you would be a fit for our program. Again, we only allow 5 guys in a month. And so we'd love to see if you qualify for one of those spots. All right. Until next time, get after it, stay fit, and we'll see you.